Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I had a comment the other day asking kind of for my thoughts of going through what was going on in my head as I'm playing Crucible, what some of my strategies are. So what I did is I went ahead and took two of my recent games that were very close and wanted to just kind of put these up there. No cuts, no edits, just straight gameplay. It's about 20 minutes, so bear with me for this. But I'm going to basically kind of explain my thought process as I go through it. So I really never like to go to a spot that I know people are expecting you, right? Everybody expects that doorway up on the right. Um, and again, I'm playing the same build I was playing the other day. Try to do floaty warlock with a sidearm and a laser beam. Sometimes it works out for me, sometimes it doesn't. Like I really shouldn't have gone for that because you had the guy on the right. I didn't see him. I knew the guy was on the left. That was a 2v1. I knew it. I mean, easy loss for me. A strategy here is always obviously pick up the orbs, focus on that, stay with some teammates if you can, get within your ranges, right? Constantly checking the radar, seeing where they are, and then like get that, and I'm just gonna get out, try to get out as fast as possible. And then maybe nobody really looks up. You see me floating a bunch. The reason I do that is because nobody looks up. Now, in there, right there, I actually went to grab the orb because I was most likely gonna die anyway. He was behind me, and picking up that orb would mean that rather than getting two orbs, he was only going to get one orb off me, not off my teammate. So just again, trying to make sure we can do everything to pick up that win. They are using Weather Horde, really annoying. I hate, but that being said, being kind of the floaty warlock build, it doesn't hurt you near as much. It's just hard to pick up the little balls when you're dealing with that. So again, I try to stay up in the air, help out teammates when I can. Even if they die, you want to stay near them so you can pick up their orbs. Really way outside my range. That was stupid to fight a scout rifle at those ranges. As I said, I'm not. God knows I'm not the best at this game, but I give it a shot. That guy's got a guy coming at him, I know, but he doesn't know I'm back there helping him out. It's always nice to just try to help the teammates where you can. So as you go up here, trying to stay a little bit left because I know I don't have the long range versus scout rifle like that, but now it's in my range. So now if that guy peeks, I'm looking for him because I can really nail him down. Again, always watching that radar if you can. And if you need to, cut around the backside, go somewhere else. You try to keep re-peeking the same spot. I mean, they're going to head glitch you every time. You see somebody's there to the left. He's probably going to come out, so there you go, right there. And he got away, but not the worst deal, because here he comes back the other side. I can get in there. See all the red around me, so just try to get in a spot where I know that they're not going to be expecting me, right? Everybody always expects them to be head level. They're always aiming head level. So if you can get up or crouch, that's why that's really effective. You see people crouching all the time. Not only to stabilize your reticle, but it also gets your head out of where everybody always aims. Be real careful with those freaking hunter supers. They last forever. Anyway, I'm just hoping somebody's going to pop up over here, and he doesn't. But here comes one, and then I can help out. Every now and then try to go the doorway. If I go under every single time, obviously they're going to figure it out. But the biggest thing is ranges, right? Like, look at these guys, and it took them a second. I really should have died. If I would have come on the ground, I would have died immediately in that position. But I came 10 meters up, and they've got to get their reticles up to hit me. And I'm going to not have the perfect accuracy. You don't see me eating my grenade a lot. But that, depending on it's extra time to do that. And you don't always need it, right? They've changed in your accuracy, so you actually can do pretty decently by not doing that. I really shouldn't have pushed there. I knew I shouldn't have pushed, but I make bad decisions sometimes. Got my super now, so I'm hopefully, I can't remember if I actually, yep, I do use it right here, so. Get this other super that's coming at me. Yep. And then just worry about the pickups. Pickups are key here, making sure I get those orbs. Threw that grenade more or less just to stop somebody from pushing too hard on me, so I was able to get those 2 orbs. If I hadn't thrown the grenade, they might have pushed half a second early, and I couldn't even gotten the orbs. But this is an objective mode, not about your KD. So the pick up the 2 versus losing 1 is always preferable. They got heavy there. I don't want to push alone, so I'm going to hold back. Knew somebody's always seems to try to want to go behind us. So it's good to be that guy that's waiting for flankers. It's good to make sure that you can play with your teammates, right? If you know your teammates are going through this door and they're always going to push, you got 2 or 3 of them up there. Maybe hang back. You don't need to be 4 pushing. You could be 3 and then one guy kind of watching your butts. It makes a big difference. See, they're just trying to pick up their own orbs. That one guy's grenade was really good. Let some of my teammates pick up those orbs. And I finally learned this time to... Ooh, there's a guy right there. Finally learned this time not to get stuck down in that corner. But as you can see, all the wither horde everywhere. Man, if you can float and aim and shoot, that makes a big difference in some of these game modes. But trying to stay up top here, trying to make the decision that we got to keep around heavy if we can. And they are always kind of pushing up. So just, again, this is a game with radar. Make sure you use your radar. You don't have to, with sticky grenades, always stick someone. You can use them preemptively. You can use them to kind of block off some areas, make sure somebody doesn't push, or help leak just the chip damage here and there. One thing you might not know in this game mode is in Supremacy, if you pick up... I think this was a horrible super for me. I don't think I got many of anybody here. If you pick up orbs, that really gets you some good super generation. Oh, I got one before I died. I should have gone the outside. That's a very narrow window. They can see me. I couldn't see well outside. Things are getting blocked. Really should not have used that super in that area. I should have gone outside, around, and been much, much more effective. Close to the end here. Yeah, I used the heavy more to deter that super than anything else. I was a little bit worried because those hunter swings can tear through a team really fast. And you see, the more you get up, so many people just don't. They're so focused. They get tunnel vision, right? They're looking at what's right in front of them. If you can get up and over them. Jesus, they're gonna glance at their radar and they're gonna swing around wildly, thinking somebody's right next to them. Right? You'll see them punch. You'll see them just run around trying to find somebody. But I mean, how often are they actually looking up and shooting at you? I mean, if you look at that gameplay there, like that, stupidly pushed forward again into a tether. I heard it coming. Of course, what do? Push too hard, get a little bit too aggressive. Should have backed off and let them come to me. I think, again, this is just such a close match, but it was a good match. I really like these close matches. They make it really, really fun. Those blowouts just kind of either get boring or they're, not fun for anybody. That's, again, part of why I like this this Warlock build so much is I can use angles that most people don't expect. It makes it a lot more fun. It makes it different. It changes things up. Um, as I said, always peeking the same spot is just a recipe for disaster. So this next match is at Twilight Gap. Again, another really close match. Same loadout. Really enjoying it. Excuse me. And get all Warlock crew. Can't remember if this is against Titans or Hunters again. On Twilight Gap, you want to be real careful, especially if you're running a loadout like what I'm running. Be real careful that you don't get out in that long sniper scout lane there. And if you do, you want to get down low and be able to have some breakage, line of sight stuff. So you see, I'm just trying to run low. I can aim up at some of these corners here, get back out if I need to. Teammates all went left, so this is going to give me a chance to get up high, get some chip damage on some, let my teammates get some kills, finish offs. You'll see, I didn't bring this up earlier, and I meant to. My exotic I use is the Ophidian Aspects. It is so freaking good. It's one of get out of there. See, there's one of those scout lanes. If you're using Ophidian Aspects, you've got that lunge distance, which one of my other videos I had, and you'll see it a little bit. I think in here, there's one of the spots where I use the lunge to almost lunge melee on somebody to pull myself out of the way. So it basically, not rubber bands, but it really gets you safe. I think we trade here. Freaking Jotun. But anyway, yeah, it pulls you out of the way so you can kind of stay alive a little better, but it gives you such snappy weapons. And Destiny's such a fun game in terms of the weapon play, right? Like, the more snappy I can make it, the better. You'll watch some of these guys, they're looking in the options where they think people are going, they're paying attention to radar. Try to get out of here. I think I end up living, but yeah. Going down below obviously helps a lot. Just making sure when you're with your buddies, right, you can kind of save yourself from the... man, I did some horrible shots here. I was like shooting his elbow over and over. Just couldn't pull that joystick over far enough. And actually get a few headshots, or I wouldn't have traded. I would have probably stayed alive there. Or probably should have meleeed too. As I said before, my choices aren't always the best. Here I'm going to grab these two. Even if I die, it's still a net positive for my team, because if they go and pick them up, they can pick up by one, and I've gotten two. I've picked up two instead, so keeps them from getting more points. It's worth a trade. This little guy's just going around in circles trying to stay alive. There he is. He wasn't going to make it, but I'm not going to pick it up, but I'm still going to get the kill. Watch that weather horde. Again, with my loadout, I'm staying in the short rooms, the small rooms, staying in my gauge of space, because trying to reach out too much just is not going to be fun for anybody, right? That's going to be fun to the other team. They're gonna kill me more than probably should. And I remember I'd go forward. This was probably, again, got too aggressive. Got a couple kills, but really didn't do anything because they're going to pick those back up, and basically net loss for my team there. I mean, ideally you want to run towards the action when you spawn back in to help out your teammates, but you don't want to run in like without a plan, right? You want to kind of run in, the opponent team. So like I knew he has a super going, so you can kind of wait till that's over, and that was just horrible super activation for myself. That guy was sitting there tagging me the whole time. It was panic super, lost it completely. But I'm not cutting anything out. I'm just showcasing what my actual thought process was, gameplay behind it. Was able to evade those tethers, which was nice. I got this arc buddy from one of my teammates, which again, really nice. And you can see that super. If you can get up, a lot of times those supers, it'll save your life. People don't. You see that jerked me out of the other guy's shooting. That's what I was talking about with that melee. Like it kind of jerked me through that little thing and pulled me forward. Same way there. That melee kind of pulled me forward, out of harm's way a little bit. So it's the Ophidian aspects. I just can't say enough good things about them. They're just really, really great, helpful, neutral game, exotic. And there's not a lot of others. Now, see, there was an enemy right there with me, and I knew there were like 2 or 3 spawning right next to me, Bungie spawn points. But me trying to take those guys out solo probably wasn't going to work well. I'd rather live and be able to join my teammates than try to do a 1v3 or 2 or whatever it was going to be, right? I see a lot of red here. I'm just going to kind of get myself out because that's somebody could kind of come down wherever. Try to, and then there I'm gonna. That's a horrible. First melee was great. Second melee, I lost him completely. Didn't know where he was. Now, I've watched other people do that, and I kind of make, you kind of, look, I'm above the guy. So that's what was being done to me. I couldn't tell where he was. I should have tried to dodge backwards and get out of that area, but I did not hit the button fast enough. Especially on a warlock with this build I've got, like that Icarus dash comes back every 4 seconds or something. Just use it as much as you can. I know there's going to be some nerfs to. I should have used that little window right there, but I didn't. I went around the back, and somebody else got him. But there is that little window in the hallway to the left that I missed that you can actually get a kill through. Nobody really looks there ever, so it's a good. And that was a horrible grenade too. And yep, he's behind me. And this is where the game glitches out for a little bit, and I got a little nervous because I could just see people running against the wall, and I didn't get a connecting to servers error, but it took me a second for everything to kind of reset. Just glad I didn't die or get booted or anything like that. Yeah, normal peer-to-peer gameplay. That wasn't bad. I ended up getting 4 with that super. I normally don't get that many. Again, I threw that grenade right there, just hoping that that guy would jump right back up and try to mantle, because that would have been, a nice haha kill right there. Anyway, that's it for the video. Just wanted to talk through. Didn't do a lot of editing. Didn't even edit my voice work on this. Just wanted to go ahead and talk through my thought process of why I make the decisions I make. They're not always the smart decisions. But hopefully that'll help you with your gameplay. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks, guys. PlayStation